All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clarke Auction Gallery November Thanksgiving Spectacular. And boy, have I got a lot of rugs for you guys. Let's start off with this very first rug right down here. It's a classic red and blue oriental rug. Timeless, traditional, and a kind of design that's been elevating rooms for centuries. Still works wonders under modern furniture too. Here's a tasteful blend of muted tones with coral center and 4 medallions. Like a quiet dinner party hosted by a rug. Understated, elegant, and guaranteed to make your minimalist decor nervous. Here's an antique and finely hand-knotted Tabriz carpet. Handmade luxury from a time when craftsmanship didn't mean assembled in a warehouse. This one has seen more history than your HOA board, and it's aged better too. A field of medallions in traditional colors. Basically a visual symphony of symmetry that whispers, yes, I'm fancy, while hiding your dog's latest artistic contribution. Take a look at this. If you've ever wanted to own a rug that looks like it took 1,000 medallions to make, this is your moment. Perfect for people who think too much pattern is a personal challenge. Here is a huge pile of rugs, folks. That's right, too many to list, too nice to ignore. It's a mountain of woven temptation. Like a carpet bazaar crashed into your living room and decided to stay a while. The classic Saruk. Rich and ready to silently judge your furniture arrangement. It's not just a rug, it's an heirloom with opinions. Here's a Kazakh-style runner, a bold runner with tribal flair, ideal for hallways, entryways, or anywhere you want guests to trip in style. Here's a nice vintage carpet with teal corners, teal central medallion, because a touch of color never hurt anyone. Except for maybe your decorator. Perfect balance between bold and don't worry, it still matches beige. Take a look at this beige beauty, sprinkled with multicolored flowers and animals alike. Cheerful, versatile, and just subtle enough to pretend it doesn't have strong opinions about your shoe policy. Here's a vintage rug with a stately diamond-shaped medallion at the center, for when you want guests to know exactly where to spill their wine. Timeless, elegant, and slightly smug about both. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy to share with you this amazing collection of knives that I have for you. Now, folks, I love Tom Odell, and well, now I'm gonna feel like him today. Why don't we take a look at this? Starting off with 2 Bowie knives made by Ruana in Bonner, Montana. Now, these aren't your dime store choppers, folks. These are Ruana Bowies, forged in the wilds of Montana, where men are men and knives are forged with equal parts steel, sweat, and grizzly bear growls. If you buy one, you might just grow a beard on the spot. Can't believe it, folks. Just the weight, the balance, what a perfect blade. Absolutely stunning spear point here on this one. These are signed. Moving right along, take a look at this. 2 knives made by Randall out of Orlando, Florida. Folks, when you talk about American steel that'll make your grandkids proud, you're talking Randall. Handcrafted in Florida, that's right. The same state that brings you gators, humidity, and perfection in cutlery. These babies don't slice, they whisper through reality. Can't believe it, folks. What do I have next? An antique frontiersman rifleman's dagger. Now this right here, folks, this ain't your kitchen pair knife. This is what your great-great-great-granddaddy carried when open carry meant don't get eaten. Look at that blade. Look at that history. Buy it before someone else claims it and starts manifesting destiny, folks. It's unbelievable. Right behind, what do I have? An 1803 pattern British rifleman's flat blade saber, straight out of the Napoleonic era, and sharp enough to cut through 2 centuries of British understatement. This thing saw more action than your ex's dating profile, and it's aged way better. Take a look at that. Right over here, silver mounted knife. Unbelievable, folks. Really, really cool knife here. We got some gold inlay on it too, because why not? What do I have next? A group of 9 proof steel engravings by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. A stunning reminder that before printers jammed and toners ran dry, America made its money the classy way, on steel. Some of these designs even made it onto real US banknotes. So technically, you're looking at prototypes for your bad spending habits, folks. Moving right along, what do I have here? It's a 1986 $5 gold eagle and junk silver coin grouping. Because who doesn't love a little gold and a lot of junk? Perfect for the investor who likes to hedge against inflation, to have something shiny to jingle in their pockets. Right next to it, what do I have? 1791 one guinea spade. That's right, a dignified little disc of gold from when England ruled the waves and did it with style. The spade design says, "I dig wealth." And let's face it, you probably do too. Right down here, take a look. Ottoman Empire, 800 silver order of Medici. Awarded for distinguished service to the Sultan, or in this case, to anyone who can spell Medici correctly on the first try. That's right, folks. Moving right along. Let's take a look at these watches. I've got gold watches, men's watches, lapel watches, pocket watches, guilloche, enamel, you name it, it's here. And here is my favorite watch of the sale, ladies and gentlemen. It's a vintage Hoyer, stainless. Now, this has the round pushers. That indicates to me that this is the waterproof case, ladies and gentlemen. This is like the Dado. It is an incredible piece. It appears to be untouched. It's beautiful. You can add it to your collection. Here's something really cool. A double-sided iron-bound trade sign. We buy gold. For a simpler time when shouting, "We buy gold" in bold letters was a marketing strategy and not a red flag. Right next to it, Austrian Nature Food International Beer Horn. For the hiker who says, "Yes, I love nature as long as there's beer at the summit," complete with silver-plated accents and alpine poetry you can't pronounce after the third stein. Up next, a signed tribal toki used for ceremonies, not chopping wood. Take a look at this. The only ceremony you can use it for is intimidating your in-laws. That's right, it's a masterpiece of craftsmanship and cultural weight that says, yes, I am absolutely cooler than your mass-produced decor. All right, folks. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. A Native American Catalanite carved pipe with beads. A beautiful example of traditional artistry for the collector who appreciates history. And the occasional reminder that your vape pen lacks cultural depth. All right, let's make a transition to clocks, ladies and gentlemen. The first clock is an English E.S. Campbell Limited marine chronometer, because nothing says trustworthy timekeeping like a clock built for sailors who couldn't afford to be wrong or lost. Guaranteed to keep perfect time provided you never leave your living room. Right next to it, what do I have? Vintage St. Thomas bronze carriage clock. Once the travel companion of the elite, now the perfect desk accessory for people whose sense of adventure involves finding a parking spot. Compact, classy, and quietly unimpressed with your smartphone clock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this beauty. This is an exceptional piece. Why, it's an antique mahogany grandfather clock. Standing tall, dignified, and slightly judgmental, just like an actual grandfather. It ticks, it talks, and it reminds you that time is passing faster than you'd like. Finally, here's an antique ship model paddle wheel steamboat, the John A. Warner, a tribute to when travel was slow, elegant, and guaranteed to arrive several weeks late. Perfect for anyone who's ever looked at a river and thought, you know what? This needs more paddle wheel. Well, that about wraps it up for me, folks. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of you here at Clarke Auction Gallery on November 9th, beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, happy bidding.